Suppose that f and g are both odd functions. A. Is the function f plus g odd or even? B. Is the function f times g odd or even? Well, let me understand the question first. I need to know what the words mean. So I should write down what it means for f and g to be odd functions. So f is odd means or implies, or I guess if and only if, because it's the definition of odd. Let me look. F of minus x is equal to minus f of x for all x. Or at least for all x that f is defined for, I suppose. But this will do. And g is odd would be the same answer. So g is odd if and only if g of minus x is equal to minus g of x for all x. Okay, now what am I supposed to do? Is the function f plus g odd or even? That means I ought to know what it even means as well if I'm going to have to decide. So let's see. I'll just write for a new function. H is even. Let's look up the definition of even. H is even if and only if h of minus x is equal to h of x for all x. Okay. So what do these mean? Let's see. That's the definition of odd. F of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So what we were able to do is we were able to take this minus sign and pull it out the front of our function. Alright. And for the definition of even, we had a minus sign as well. And, oh, it disappeared. My minus sign disappears. So with an odd function, I can take the minus sign out the front. And with an even function, it disappears. I can just remove it. Okay. Well, let's just see if we can decide whether f plus g and f times g are odd or even. A. So, f plus g. If it's odd or even, that will be decided on what happens when I put minus x into the function. So let's see. F plus g of minus x. Alright, well, f plus g, that function is the one where I do f of something plus g of something. So that would be the same as f of minus x plus g of minus x. And that would be, well, because of the rule up there, minus f of x plus minus g of x. And now I want to see if either it's going to be minus f plus g of x, or it's going to be just f plus g of x. Well, it looks like I can bring that minus sign out the front. F of minus f of x plus g of x inside the brackets. And that's equal to minus f plus g of x. So, because I can bring the minus sign out the front, that makes it odd. So, f plus g is an odd function. F plus g is odd. Alright. What about part B, which was f times g? B, f times g. Well, again, to decide if it's odd or even, I need to see what happens when I put minus x into it. So f times g of minus x would be, well, that would be f times g of minus x. And that would be, well, I can bring the minus sign out the front of f of x because it's odd. And I can bring the minus sign out the front of g of x because it's odd. And the minus times the minus there would cancel each other out, and I'd just get f of x times g of x, which is f times g of x. So my minus sign disappeared. which means that f times g is even. So f times g is an even function. So f times g is even. I know that sometimes functions don't turn out to be either odd or even, and sometimes they could be both, I suppose. But this time f times g came out to even, and f plus g came out to odd.